This is Comox, British Columbia, on the east side of Vancouver Island. And yes, it's boating country. People come to Comox to cruise through Desolation Sound, the largest marine park on the Pacific coast, and the entrance to one of the world's most beautiful cruising areas, reaching from waters of almost South Sea's warmth into the deep fjords of British Columbia's coast mountains. Comox is the closest departure point for cruisers into Desolation Sound and is easily reached by scheduled airline or by car and ferry from Vancouver, Victoria, or any Pacific Northwest center. And Comox is a friendly, modern community designed to serve every need of the vacationing boater. People travel from all over the world for these incomparable cruising adventures, and the guide for many of them is Bob Stevenson of Desolation Sound Yacht Charters. Bob and his wife Lois have been helping people explore Desolation Sound since 1988. The Stevensons offer a fleet of sail and power boats in sizes from 25-foot pocket cruisers to luxurious 50-footers equipped with everything to ensure a safe and comfortable vacation. All are privately owned, immaculate, and expertly maintained. And before setting out, everyone piloting a yacht from Desolation Sound Yacht Charters gets the benefit of Bob Stevenson's extensive knowledge of these waters.
What I'm going to do in the next hour and a bit is go through getting out of here, getting across the Comox Bar and across Georgia Straits, seeing all the best spots there are to see up in Desolation Sound, and then getting back again, doing all that easily, safely, to make sure that you do see all the best spots that are up there.
All the best spots that are out there. That's a lot. And beyond Desolation Sound, there are more. You can cruise from here to Jervis Inlet, through the Harmony Islands and into spectacular Princess Louisa Inlet. Talk to Desolation Sound Yacht Charters in Comox, then climb aboard for incomparable discoveries on British Columbia's west coast. You would have thought Captain Vancouver sailed here in winter, because he named this place Desolation Sound. Desolation, meaning miserable, lonesome, dreary. Whatever the reason, Vancouver must have been having a truly bad day because he arrived in summertime, when Desolation Sound looks like this. Bill Wolferston, author of the series Cruising Guide to British Columbia, says many yachtsmen regard the Desolation Sound area as not only the most beautiful and varied cruising area in British Columbia, but equal to, if not better than, any other area in the rest of the world. The voyage of discovery begins here at Desolation Sound Yacht Charters, as we cast off for the vast Desolation Sound area. A water wonderland of coves and bays, narrows and inlets, and towering mountains. After crossing the Strait of Georgia, the first stop is often Savory Island, an exotic phenomenon, looking almost like a South Sea island. But then, this area does have the balmiest climate and the warmest water on the BC coast. Once past Savory, most travelers cruise through Thulin Passage and the Copeland Islands Provincial Marine Park, a chain of small islands north of Lund off Malaspina Peninsula. Finally, boaters pass the settlement of Bliss Landing, round the corner between Sarah and Mary Points, named for Captain Vancouver's daughters, and enter the protected waters of Desolation Sound. Throughout Desolation Sound, boaters are never far from protected anchorages, and there are communities for provisions. Refuge Cove on West Redonda Island, with more than 300 meters of berthage, is the main supply center for boats traveling here. Easily accessible from anywhere in the Sound, Refuge Cove offers everything the sophisticated sailor might want, from fuel and water to a bucket of bait and a cup of cappuccino. Cortez Island is named for the powerful Hernando Cortez, conqueror of Mexico and discoverer of California. Here, in Cortez Bay, the Seattle and Royal Vancouver Yacht Clubs maintain outstations. Across the island at the village of Squirrel Cove, there is a government dock and a fully stocked grocery store where boaters can reprovision before setting the hook in one of the best anchorages in the area. Another popular anchorage, Prado Haven, is a chain of interconnected, protected waterways and a good place to be on a stormy afternoon. Here, framed by the Unwin Mountains, boaters can drop anchor and swap stories, or hop in the dinghy to explore the many tidal pools and miniature lagoons of Melanie and Laura Coves. In Tenedos Bay, the deep bay, reaching down more than 300 feet, boaters stern tie their craft and hike a short distance to swim in Unwin Lake. But Desolation Sound is for your own discoveries and the cruising pleasures of all sailors, two-footed and four-footed. And there is so much to discover in Desolation Sound and in the wilderness beyond. Visit the spectacular waterfall at the head of Teakern Arm. Or at high tide, thread your way through the Narrows into the anchorage in Roscoe Bay. And waiting beyond Prado Haven and the Marine Park, those who seek solitude can sail north through the calm waters and pristine wilderness of Homfray and Waddington channels, circumnavigating East Redonda Island. Or travel even deeper into the remote coast mountain waters by cruising into Toba or Butte inlets. The first sailor to call this ocean Pacific was Magellan. And certainly, the calm, sheltered waters of Desolation Sound are peaceful and serene. Desolation Sound, seriously misnamed by Captain Vancouver, now with the largest marine park on the western edge of North America and one of the most beautiful cruising areas in the world. Vancouver, Valdez, and Galiano discovered Desolation Sound in 1792. Other adventurers have been discovering it every year since. Beautiful cruising waters, beautiful craft. Yar, as sailors used to say, the ultimate praise. Many of the boats cruising these waters are from Desolation Sound Yacht Charters in Comox. And if you don't feel ready to skipper a yacht, go on one of Desolation Sound Yacht Charter's vacation courses. The Stevensons give accredited instruction to international standards, leading to sail and power certification by the Canadian Yachting Association and the International Sail and Power Association. For information on these incomparable cruising adventures, get in touch with the Stevensons at Desolation Sound Yacht Charters, Comox, British Columbia. You can reach them by phone, by fax, or email, or check their homepage on the World Wide Web. Desolation Sound Yacht Charters, the beginning of a never-to-be-forgotten vacation.